Goldman Sachs just put out a report, and one stat really stuck with me. Over 40% of people making $300,000 to $500,000 a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. $500,000 a year, and they're still barely scraping by. You won't believe it, but it's not just your own spending habits holding you back anymore. These days, algorithms are built to nudge you into spending nonstop. Today, we're not doing that extreme cut-all-joy budgeting. Instead, let's go over 10 practical money habits that take almost zero effort but can totally change how you manage your cash. Habit 1 is simple. Unsubscribe from all those promo emails. I know it sounds too basic, but data shows habitual online shoppers spend 15 to 30% more than people who shop in stores. Retailers know exactly what you want and when you're most likely to cave. Cutting off that trigger at the source is the easiest way to protect your wallet. I did this 6 months ago, and my random online clicks dropped right away. Habit 2 builds right on that. Delete your saved credit cards from your browser and shopping apps. One-click ordering exists for one reason. Companies know friction kills impulsive sales. If you have to get up, grab your wallet, and type in those 16 digits, you're way less likely to buy some random gadget at 10 p.m. when you're tired. And here's another easy one for habit 3. Bury your spending apps. Move Amazon, food delivery apps, all of them, off your home screen and into a random hidden folder. Adding just a little physical friction gives the logical part of your brain a second to wake up and ask, do I actually need this? That's exactly why that stat about online overspending hits so hard. When you shop in a real store, you have to get dressed, drive, find a spot, wait in line to check out. That's real, physical friction. But these days, the only thing between you and overspending is a quick thumb tap on your phone. You might think hiding apps is a silly, self-deceiving trick, right? But I swear, the behavioral stuff checks out. Even just swiping your screen 2 extra times to open them gives your brain enough time to snap out of that impulse. It stops you from buying something you'll totally regret the next morning. Trust me, I've been there. By now, you might think your physical defenses are solid, but our brain's dopamine is sneaky as hell. The next few tricks aren't just quick fixes, they're simple psychological hacks that hit shopping urges right at the root. That brings us to habit 4. Take 60 seconds, open your mobile banking app, and rename your savings account. Ditch the boring labels like emergency fund or deposits. Call it my Fire the Boss Fund or my Ticket to Freedom. Don't laugh, this isn't just a silly trick. We all know the stat. The average American can't even cover a $1,000 emergency. Why? Because in our heads, savings feels like restriction, like missing out. Your brain naturally wants to avoid that. But when you give that account a bold, emotional name, everything shifts. Next time you're tempted by a fancy pour-over coffee, you'll glance at that name and snap out of it. You'll ask, do I want this sugary drink that's gone in 5 minutes? Or do I want to escape my toxic boss sooner? It's using your own emotions to fight impulses. You'll feel guilty draining those funds for a quick thrill because you know you're delaying your own freedom. This is how you avoid becoming just another one of those stats. Habit 5 takes about 2 minutes, but it'll totally flip how you see money. Open your phone's Notes app, calculate your true hourly wage, and pin it to the top. Think about it. Why do so many of us grind non-stop, working until we're burnt out? The data has a tough answer. Most of us go through life never building assets that make money for us. We think we're spending cash when we buy stuff, but that's not it. You're spending irreplaceable time, your life. Let's do the math real quick. Your monthly salary might look great, but subtract taxes, commute gas, the nice clothes you buy just for work, the takeout you grab because you're stuck late. Take that leftover cash, divide it by all the hours you put into your job, including unpaid commutes. When you run the numbers, you might find your true wage isn't $35 an hour, it's closer to $12. Pin that number where you can see it. Next time you're tempted by a $1,200 smartphone you don't need, Divide the price by that wage. Are you willing to trade 100 hours of your life, 100 hours of commuting, stress, office politics for a slightly better camera? Once you start pricing things in hours instead of dollars, your spending changes overnight. You'll stop trading your time for meaningless thrills and start putting money into assets that buy you freedom. That's the real secret to how wealthy people think. All right, we've got the mental stuff down. Now let's get to the best part, putting your wealth on autopilot. Habit 6. Set up an automatic transfer the second your paycheck hits your account. If that money sits in your main checking account, you'll spend it. It's just human nature. But if it's instantly sent to a separate account, you'll quickly learn to live on what's left. Let's be real, this isn't about buying a yacht someday, it's about having a buffer. So when life throws a curveball, a sudden layoff, or you just need to cut hours to see your family, you're not panicking. You have options. I set this up a year ago, and it's the single easiest way I've ever saved money. We're automatically saving the big bucks, so don't let the small change slip away either. Habit 7 takes 1 minute. Turn on the spare change roundup feature in your bank app. Buy a sandwich for $4.20. The system charges $5 and saves the 80 cents. Simple as that. Don't underestimate these tiny amounts. They add up fast. Stats show casual daily spending, just $27 or so, on snacks and trinkets, hits $10,000 a year. That's how powerful small, daily choices are. The roundup trick flips that to your advantage. You won't notice the spare change going missing, but these little micro savings build a safety net on autopilot. Throw in compound interest over time, and that loose change you didn't care about turns into real cash. You'll be shocked how much you save. Okay, your wealth's autopilot is set, and your money's working for you in the background. But we're not done yet. Next, a few quick wealth check-in hacks to keep you sharp and stop consumer culture from playing you for a fool. Habit 8 takes just 15 seconds a day. Do it while you're brushing your teeth in the morning. Open your banking app with one hand. Don't click anything. Just glance at your account balance, then close it. You might think, checking my balance first thing? That'll just stress me out. But remember that stat about six-figure earners living paycheck to paycheck? It's all because of lifestyle creep. Your income goes up, and your brain immediately says, I deserve more. So your spending blows up and eats all the extra cash. This 15-second glance is the perfect fix, especially since your auto transfers already moved your savings out of sight. Facing that real, limited number for daily expenses keeps your brain sharp on cash flow. It's like a dashboard for your spending. Before you splurge on an expensive lunch, it's a quiet reminder. Hey, this is all we have for the week. Let's take it easy today. Habit 9 takes about a minute. Do it when you're wide awake. In your banking app, find the free High Balance Alert or Credit Utilization Alert and turn it on. Bankrate says the average American's credit card debt is now higher than their savings. That's a huge red flag. So many people get stuck in high-interest debt because they have no clue how much they owe in real time. These push notifications ping you the second your balance crosses a threshold, and it's a free, constant reality check. It keeps your debt top of mind, not out of sight. Once that awareness sticks, you'll hesitate before putting a big purchase on installments, saving you from that terrible cycle of interest snowballing out of control. And finally, habit 10, the one that saves you the most cash, and it takes just 20 seconds. Before you buy anything that's not groceries, electronics, furniture, camera gear, check a secondhand app first. People impulse buy expensive stuff every day, use it once, then sell it for half the price just to clear their closets. Let them take the depreciation hit. Keep that retail markup in your pocket, where it belongs. I've saved hundreds this way. Brand new stuff, just used once for half the cost. We've gone over 10 small money habits today, and if you add it up, setting them all up takes less than 10 minutes of your time right now. But those 10 minutes will totally rewrite how you build wealth. 4 ways. physical defenses against impulse, mental shifts in how you see money, automating your savings, and staying awake to your finances. Honestly, being smart with money isn't about never spending it or living like a miserable hermit. It's about adding friction to the things that drain your cash and automating the things that build your security. That's what we're all about here at Cooper Assets. If this helped you, drop a comment below. Tell me which habit you're actually going to test out this week. My top 3 faves are renaming the savings account, auto transfers, and the secondhand check. They're game changers. See you in the next one.